If you're expecting your Dallas home to sell in a single weekend with a dozen offers, like it might have a few years ago, you might be in for a significant surprise. The market has changed, and the number one question every seller asks is, how long will this take? And the answer isn't what it used to be. And understanding this new reality is the first step towards a successful sale. The Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market is undergoing a fundamental reset. Some Dallas homes are selling in a respectable 30 to 45 days, while others are sitting on the market for 120 days or even longer. The difference between these two outcomes isn't luck, it's strategy. Today's market has more homes for sale, giving buyers the luxury of choice. And this has made them more cautious, more demanding, and timelines have stretched as a result. But don't worry, that doesn't mean that your home won't sell. It just simply means that you need a clear, data-driven plan. So in this video, we'll break down the current timeline to sell a house in Dallas, the critical factors that control that timeline, and the concrete steps that you can take towards getting to the closing table faster with more money in your pocket. So let's start with the most important metric every seller needs to understand, and that's days on market, or DOM. This number tells you the median amount of time a home is listed for sale before the seller accepts an offer. It's the pulse of the market. And as early as 2026, the median days on market is broader, and the broader Dallas area is hovering between 66 and 72 days. So for context, that's a noticeable increase from the 61 days it took just a year prior. While a median of about 2 months inventory might not sound alarming, this number hides a crucial detail. Many properties, especially those that are initially overpriced or price adjustments, are taking much longer, often 90 to 120 days or even more, to finally go under contract. Compare this to the peak of the market frenzy when well-prepped homes were selling in just a matter of days, sometimes hours. So what's causing this shift? The primary driver is a simple case of supply and demand. Active listings have jumped significantly, and the Dallas market has about 3.5 months of inventory. A balanced market, where neither buyer nor seller has a distinct advantage, is typically 4 to 6 months of supply. While we're not fully in a buyer's market for single-family homes yet, this trend towards balance means one thing for you: buyers have options. And when buyers have options, their entire mindset changes. They get picky, they negotiate harder, and they feel absolutely no pressure to rush into a decision. The fear of missing out is gone. This trend also varies depending on the type of property. While single-family homes make up the majority of sales, their average time on the market has stretched to 102 days. This situation is even more pronounced for townhomes and condos, which are taking even longer at 114 and 118 days respectively. In fact, the condo inventory has soared to 6.6 months. This number is a clear signal the condo market has tipped completely into a buyer's market, where buyers hold most of the leverage. While more homes have sold recently compared to the previous year, the data shows that they generally sold for less, with the median price for single-family homes seeing a slight decline. The takeaway is clear and direct. Homes are sitting longer, and buyers have the upper hand, and pricing your home correctly from the very beginning is more critical. So we have the market average, but your home isn't an average. It's unique, with its own strengths and weaknesses. Several key factors will determine whether your home sells faster or slower than the current median. First, and most importantly, is price. This is the number one reason the home lingers on the market, period. In today's climate, buyers are incredibly savvy. They have access to the same data as agents, and they have more options than they've had in years. So if your home is overpriced by even a few percent compared to similar recently sold properties, buyers will simply skip it without even scheduling a showing. They won't bother with a low offer. They'll just move on to the next better price listing. So pricing it strategically from day one isn't about leaving money on the table. It's about creating a sense of value, attracting immediate interest, and generating momentum needed for a swift sale. And second is the condition of your home. Buyers are overwhelmingly looking for homes that are well-maintained and move-in ready. A home that needs obvious repairs, has worn out carpet, or feels cluttered can scare off potential offers. Buyers see a project, and a project equals time, unforeseen costs, and stress. And this is where preparation goes a long way. You have to win the beauty contest. A fresh coat of neutral paint, swapping out dated brass fixtures for modern brushed nickel, and a professional deep clean can make your home feel emotionally appealing and help it sell much faster. And third is location, a timeless rule of real estate. The Dallas-Fort Worth area isn't one single market. It's a collection of hundreds of micro markets. Some neighborhoods, even specific streets, perform very differently than others. Homes in popular neighborhoods with highly rated schools and easy access to amenities will naturally sell faster. And on the other hand, a home on a busy street backing up to a commercial area, or in a part of town with a lot of new construction inventory, it may take significantly longer to find the right buyer who's willing to accept the trade-offs. And then finally, there's your marketing and presentation strategy. Simply putting a sign in the yard and listing the property on the MLS is not a marketing strategy in 2026. Your home's first showing happened online on a buyer's phone or a laptop. So for that reason, high quality professional photography is absolutely non-negotiable. Beyond that, modern tools like 3D virtual walkthroughs, compelling drone footage, and a targeted social media campaign can dramatically increase your home's exposure and drive serious demand. Alongside marketing, you also need to be flexible with showings. The more accessible your home is to buyers to see in person, the more feet you'll get through the door and the quicker you'll get an offer. Days on market is only one piece of the puzzle. The total time it takes to sell your house includes the critical work before you list and the essential period after you accept an offer. Understanding this full journey is key to planning your move effectively. So let's break it down into 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 is preparation. This is all the work you do before your home is officially for sale. This phase can take anywhere from 1 to 4 weeks, and sometimes longer, depending on your home's current condition and your availability. And this is where you're decluttering, making necessary repairs, deep cleaning, and staging the home to appeal to the widest audience. This phase also includes interviewing and hiring the right real estate agent. Once hired, they'll create the marketing plan, coordinate professional photography, videography, prepare all the listing materials. Don't rush this phase. Every hour you spend here can save you a week on the market. Phase 2 is active on the market. This is the official days on market period we just discussed, which currently averages between 66 and 72 days in Dallas. This is when your home is publicly listed and the showings and the open houses begin. Your life becomes about keeping the house in show-ready condition at a moment's notice. The goal of all this hard work in phase 1 is to make this phase as short as possible by generating an acceptable offer quickly. And then phase 3, the closing period. Once you accept an offer, the clock starts on the closing process, which is also known as being under contract or an escrow. In Texas, this period typically lasts between 30 to 45 days for buyers who are getting a mortgage. This is a busy time filled with crucial steps. The buyer will schedule a home inspection, look for any hidden issues. Their lender will order an appraisal to ensure their home is worth the loan amount. If the appraisal comes in low, you may have to renegotiate the price. There'll also be a title search where the title company verifies the property can be transferred without any legal claims or issues. And once all these hurdles are cleared and the lender gives you the final clear to close, you'll schedule the closing day to sign the final paperwork, transfer funds, and officially hand over the keys to the new owner. So when you add it all up, 1 to 4 weeks of prep, plus about 60 to 70 days on market, plus about a 30 to 45 day closing period, you should realistically plan for the entire process to take around 3 to 4 months from the date you decide to sell until the day you get your money. Knowing the timeline is one thing, actively shrinking is another. Here are 5 powerful, actionable tips you can take to sell your home in Dallas faster, even in this more challenging market. Tip 1, price it right from day one. I can't stress this enough. Do not test the market with a high price. Homes that require price tracks after 30 days statistically sell for less money and take much longer to sell than homes priced correctly from the start. Why? Because buyers and their agents see a price cut as a red flag. They assume that something's wrong with the house, that the seller is desperate. An expert agent provides a data-backed comparative market analysis to find the sweet spot, a price that attracts immediate buyer interest and avoids the negative stigma of price reduction. Tip number 2, boost your curb appeal. First impressions are everything, and they begin the moment the buyer pulls up the curb. Well-maintained lawn, fresh mulch into flower beds, some seasonal flowers by the entrance, and a clean, welcoming entryway can significantly increase your home's perceived value. Consider power washing the driveway, exterior siding, Mavens painting the front door a bold, appealing color. These small weekend projects deliver a massive return on investment. And tip 3, make it move-in ready. Today's buyers want to envision their life in your home, not be reminded of that. That means you need to depersonalize and declutter every single room. Pack away personal photos, collections, and excess knickknacks. A good rule of thumb is remove about half the items from your closet to make them look spacious. A professional stager can be a huge asset, but even just rearranging your own furniture maximize the sense of space, ensuring every room is bright, clean, smells fresh, can have a massive impact. Tip 4, get a pre-listing inspection. To avoid unpleasant surprises during a buyer's inspection period, which can often lead to tense negotiations or even a canceled contract, consider getting your own inspection before you list. It costs a few $100s, but allows you to identify and fix potential deal-breaking issues on your own terms and on your own timeline. Providing the clean inspection report to buyers gives them confidence and signals that your home is well maintained, often resulting in a stronger, clearer offer. Tip 5, hire the right agent and trust their strategy. In a market like this, your agent's marketing plan is absolutely crucial. And don't be afraid to interview multiple agents. Ask them specifically how they plan to expose your property beyond the MLS. Look for modern strategies that include professional photos, 3D walkthrough, social media advertising, and email blasts to get to other agents. A great agent will not only market your home effectively, but also serve as your expert guide through the pricing, presentation, and negotiation process to ensure a faster, smoother, and more profitable sale. So to answer the big question, how long will it take to sell your home in Dallas right now? Market average hovers just around 2 months. You had a great offer. Your personal timeline is something you can absolutely influence. When you factor in preparation and closing, the total journey from start to finish is likely to be in the neighborhood of 3 to 4 months. The key to a successful and speedy sale in today's shifting market comes down to three things: preparation, presentation, and proactive pricing strategy. By focusing on the factors you can control, the price you set, the condition you present, and the marketing you deploy, you can beat the averages, maximize the profit, and move on to your next chapter with confidence and peace of mind. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more updates and deep dives in the Dallas-Fort Worth real estate market. Thanks for watching.